Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Shireen Kapoor. I'm a Canadian and UAE lawyer based here in Dubai, and I have my offices in Canada and in Dubai. Now essentially what I do is I help a lot of expats get global access to the places they want to. Plus, I help you in all your matters related to UAE with a team of 50 plus. I think I would say that we are a decent size of firm which helps a lot of investors and people across the globe, entrepreneurs, to navigate the complexities of immigration law plus UAE law. So if you are here for the first time, that's my introduction. Now my today's topic is absolutely in line with what is happening currently in the immigration world. There is a lot of development happening in terms of CBI programs, Maldives launching new residency. I mean, there's so much happening because now everybody wants a safe haven, and for them, the immigration, the immigration factor is one such factor which is now catching up, because what you have gone through, you probably don't want your family to go through, just your family to be in a safe zone, and that is where people like us walk in, where we help you navigate. Now, today's topic is about the Canadian Startup Visa Program, and why this topic is like very close to my heart is because I personally do the applications myself, and I know the issues that have been going on in this program with a lot of people not guiding all the applicants or primary applicants or the families rightfully. And if they're even doing that, the issue that is happening is that they are not hand-holding the person for the entire process. And guys, believe me, that is the biggest issue. There are steps of the startup visa program. If you know about the program, then you will know this. There are steps about the startup visa program, but the steps are, one step is not enough, second is not enough, third is not enough, and fourth, till the finalization of your application and you receiving your permanent residency card is what I want you to understand. Now, when these and why the problem arises, you also need to understand the deep root causes of this. Now, what is happening essentially is that a lot of people applied for startup visa program without realizing the nuances of this program, the everyday development, and all the things that the government has stated previously. So happens that with a lot of applications, the backlog has increased. And because the backlog has increased, IRCC realized after a period of 2-3 years that the applications are way too much. So best is to have different SUV offices. Now, almost all visa offices, I think, are going to have an SUV desk in it, who are going to specially take care of the SUV applications, because there is no other pathway offering an expat with that eligibility criteria direct permanent residency, and especially entrepreneurs. I mean, there are PNP routes or rural streams, all those, but again, those are either employer oriented programs, or those are programs which require you to be inside Canada, work for a particular employer for a certain period of time, get their support, etc., etc. And if there are PNP entrepreneurial routes, then those routes are long, very long, actually not practical, and sometimes they are so much dependent on the business, as your work permit will be related to the business, and if the business doesn't do well, so there's a lot of complication around it. So that is why the startup visa program essentially remains the only program giving you direct PR. Now, there are 3 reasons in my opinion and experience, why your application could be rejected. Let's dive into the first reason. The first reason is that your business plan does not talk about your proof of funds separate from your investment funds. Now, this is such an important reason, guys, after the update, wherein even your work permit applications, they will see that your proof of funds and the funds that you are saying you are going to commit to your business is not separated. And when something like that is happening, then what happens? It's a red flag, and IRCC will reject your work permit if you are an essential applicant. And then, of course, at the time of permanent residency, going to ask you the progress, because already there is a red flag. Now, the progress is again the step 2 that I'm going to talk, the point number 2. But in the first pointer, investment funds, separate them from your personal funds, which is going to be your LICO, your proof of funds. Now, second point is that the entire process that you do to keep the business active, to keep it ongoing after getting the letter of support. You got the letter of support from the designated entity, you got everything. but you filed your permanent residency, you filed your work permit, but even if you get your work permit, what have you done? Where is the progress? What are the group doing? Where are the founders? Are the founders meeting each other? Are the founders talking to each other? Are they fulfilling all the pointers that need to be addressed in terms of showing the business activity? If are you even updating IRCC every 2 weeks, every 2 months, sorry, are you doing that? These are so many questions you can ask your lawyer, consultant, or anybody working on your application. You should be asking them that what is the reason that what can I do to make this work? And guys, I don't say you to be dependent completely on them. It's also an effort for the entire group to do. That's why group validation, working together as a group is so important. And this is also your responsibility. End of the day, imagine the consultant or the lawyer working on your file could have 100 files, and you have one file to work on. So who does more effort, right? Technically it makes sense, but you do need somebody to guide you rightly on every step. Even opening bank account is such a crucial step. I mean, every step is so important. You need to be mindful. The third thing you need to keep in mind is that in the entire process, whenever you've got this done, and whatever the letter of support, everything that has been done for you, and I do see a lot of times the people's application is rejected, is the marking of essential and non-essential. Now, if as a rule, if the essentials file is rejected, the entire group's file is rejected. Either all are essential, or even if one person is essential, are they actually worthy of being? This is your question, and this is what you have to figure out. Will they be able to fulfill this criteria? Will they be able to fulfill all the procedural fairness letter, questions, etc. they get? Will they be able to show the proof of funds? The applicant applying for a work permit, I would definitely recommend to be a financially strong applicant. And these are my 3 top tips and tricks for you to succeed in your startup visa application. Now, if you want to get in touch with me, my details are in the description. You can reach out to me. I do business migration, but if I cannot do your case, and I think it's a weak case, I would give you alternate options. And if also you're not fulfilling any of the criteria, then I would just say sorry, because honestly I don't want to take applications which are not going to give any result and then jeopardize the entire founders group, right? So this is my caveat, and this is also my honesty, I would say. And if you have any other questions related to immigration or anything related to UAE law, UAE business, UAE corporate law, then you can reach out to me. I am dual licensed, and I have been helping and in this trade for past 10 years. So thank you so much, and thank you for your time today.